节快乐，来当吸血鬼咯！安安。
好吧，安安，今天来玩吸血鬼。万圣节快乐哦！大家都跑去玩了，刚才回来而已。OK。
你是说吸血鬼大逃杀？
不知道欸。这个游戏在我里面躺很久了，我也不知道它是什么游戏，不晓得。有接到吗？有了。应该可以用手把玩吧？我接一下手把。好嘞，吸血鬼大逃杀你要为自己的行为负责。这样会太大声吗？应该可以吧。控制栏位。声音调大声一点好。这样子应该会比较好一点。OK。新游戏。先走简单吧。今天万圣节就是要玩一点恐怖的。
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
哦，我可以动了。走这边吗？怎么一上来就这么虚弱是怎样？诶，有红色的。
Thirsty. So thirsty.
哦。饿了吗？
Mary! Oh, no! Mary!
哇！他把自己的妹妹杀掉了。
Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. No.
怎么可能咬一下就死了？哪有那么虚弱的？真的串起来了。
这要看咬合力。
It's a nightmare.
哎，他好像有被咬了耶。三小。
No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
看，被打了。
These patrols are
可以跑，可以
after
跑，
me.
可以跑，快！
No! No! Don't shoot!
不要射我！
This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
哦，上去，上去。
This can't be happening. No!
哎
please,
，fuck！
Stop! I mean you no harm.
不要射，不要射，不要射！
What's going on?
喵的！
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
啊，这是什么？
Shit, where'd it go?
Now,
哦，可以近战了。What the fuck？ 哦，
Where'd it go? Kill that thing! Over there!
who are you?
哎
Stay back!
哎，不要射，不要射！
Sorry, but you left me no choice.
哇，砍刀果然强啊！
Who are you? Stupid
不
beast!
会吧？哇
Sorry.
！B 闪躲。哦。What the fuck？
Look at it! Fish
No,
fucker!
please, stop!
Let's see how it
哎呦，
Who are you?
It's a killer!
What do you want?
他没办法瞬移，怎么办？
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech!
啊，没子弹啊！啊
Listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
三小，哦对，我忘记我是吸血鬼，我怕阳光。
The sun.
某些回数会降低你最大生命值。
I need to find somewhere to hide.
我还不能。
Let me go.
哎 fuck！ 不要在那边射哦，警告你。
I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
哦。 上来就杀妹妹，那个游戏还挺……哦，才刚讲完而已。
What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
哦，这什么？哇，这个死的好惨啊！
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
哦，原来就是这两个人把我丢出去了。
That's impossible.
应该还有其他的东西吧？哎，有，留声机，可收集物品，先例，我在这里死掉过。 啊，
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
哇，怎么到处都死人是怎样？哟， 呀，有枪。
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
什么玩意儿？这游戏怎么那么奇怪，有头没尾的？
I can almost feel the sun's rays like a physical weight pressing against the wood. The sun is high. I cannot leave now.
哇，我还不能出去，外面出太阳了，那只能等晚上出去了。先睡一觉吧。
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
超扯！等一下我去忙一下。OK， 好啊，可以了。
So be it.
啊？你为什么要这么做？
Thinking only.
我也不要自杀啊！哇塞，这样还死不了。
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is. As mad as the moon. Who turns blood in sunlight into a glowing reflection.
进化。隐形防护盾，利爪，血毛，他只能学这个啊，自噬。你饮下自己的鲜血治疗，我还可以吃自己啊，那么好。哦，看一下。 你可以对自己或敌人造成迷雾，造成大量伤害。哦，血毛吧，我喜欢用射。
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then
到达码头北部。
it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
有人，有人！哎，那个女的不见了。不会变吸血鬼的吧？
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
那个倒在地上女的不见了。
Here's the leech.
爸，
Here!
哎呦，可以瞬移了。
My head's spinning.
Wait! Come out, you coward!
It's locked, all right.
锁住。
Clever fucking beasts.
什么东西都没有。哎呦，刀子、木锥、副手是刀子、枪、砍刀45伤害。有东西可以拿吗？
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
X Y R B L B L B R B 哦，哎呦吼，被射了。
Die, vermin!
注意啦 ，nice， 再摇啊！
There's a strength I never knew I had.
好爽啊！
Get them weapons ready!
喵！去死！哎呦，拿火的哟！
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is a
哎
fire.
呦，居然拿火在那边烧啊！哎，哎呦 ，nice！
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
嘿嘿嘿，哇，好多钱哦！跑！嗯，这边不能过去。哦，那刚来的地方。
It's locked.
锁住。哎，那只能走这里了。哦，走这里。嗯，这边走。嗯，国家需要你入伍吧？
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
啊！哎靠！我在吃老鼠。
Is despicable.
对不起，我居然在吃老鼠，都锁住了。哇，你还要吃哦？真的假的？老鼠嘞？哎，真的在吃老鼠哎！
This thirst for blood.
哇，这男主角真变态哎，连老鼠都吃。
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
先例。
I can't believe I'm doing this.
嘿嘿嘿嘿，一直在吃老鼠。
What will London have to say to me?
砍不掉。
I've so many questions unanswered.
好黑啊，这里有东西要讲。
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
感知，
Fresh blood.
我先去看看
The
还有什么东
smell
西可以
is
拿。
so strong.
呀，润滑。进去吗？啊，看来是不行。
It's locked, all right.
啊，从这边也可以不能开啊。
Where has everyone gone?
顺着血迹走，
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
走上去了。解锁安全屋。哦，有了有了。 普通零件。回收可以变有利用价值。还差零件 ，OK， 先存档一下。没办法。提高4秒回复鲜血，提高你的鲜血上限。哦。原来这个角色可以成长。
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
撕下一面的日记，得掉一条线索，打开有事。社交圈啊，隐藏他对老板汤姆真实的情感。What the fuck？哦
At last, a little life.
Oh, God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
先问别
Why
的
is
吧
it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
哦，看起来也是蛮那个的。这里是
Where
哪
am
里？
I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous
绿
part
龟
of
酒
town.
吧。我害
Aren't
怕
you
吗？
scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
哇，太好了，这个老板可以。
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
哦，
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
那个人是
Who
谁
is
你
this
知道
man?
吗？
What does he look like?
Well, Like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. The professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
哎，是个读
I
书
need
人
to。meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door.
上楼梯
I
再
heard him
闯。
open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place
好
as，
我要
I
跟
can.
他讲一下，好不好？
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
他的眼神怎么怪怪的？
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
但他是
This is
酒鬼。
important, sir.
Gather pride.
Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
他怎么那么不靠谱啊，这家伙！
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return
下
of the
水道
sewer
野
dog.
狗，
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone. Blame the sewer
好
dog.
贱哦！这不是
You
童话
make
故
it
事
sound
吗？
like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness.
说得好啊，人性就是最可怕的怪物。啊，这个酒鬼应该是
I'll
没
leave
什
you
么话
to。your bottle then.
哎，跟他讲话一下。
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
这应该我都知道，我
I
想
just
跟你
want to
谈谈。
talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
都给他问了
What's
吧？
going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
什么是传
What
染
have you
病？
heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah.
西
Killed
班牙
so many
流感
last。summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog.
每天早上
What's that?
好
No
扯。
one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
警察都不管的吗？
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
OK OK，没什么话可以讲了。
I'll leave then. Thank you.
等一下，等一下，我记得有他的戏呢。没有他的线索，是什么意思？血液受损是什么意思？隐藏了他对他老板真实的情感。血液质量健康。啊 ？What the fuck？ 皮疗配方，看一下。 我可以帮他治疗哦。我是医生是吗？哎，等，我刚看到一个东西，感觉对我好像很不妙的东西。有了，不害怕太阳跟我这种选择武器，没有怕火。
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess.
在跟他讲话吗
You again. What can I do for you?
Thank you. Goodbye.
我剪过了，还有其他可以对话吗？从后面进去了怎样？哎，我可以进来。
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
He didn't deserve this.
还有什么东西可以解决没有？只能到2楼去了。看一下。
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
哇，他怎么那么灵敏呢？可以看到我，可以听到我在外面。
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
靠，我还怕十字架。
I need a word. Anyone.
啊，他相信我了，真假的？
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Motherfucker， 真的假的？
怕爆！
他真的不怕我哎？还是说他刚刚跟他讲话那个也是吸血鬼？
And who might you be?
你先呢？你
Tell
先
me,。who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
哇，他嘴很硬
That's
哎。
none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
我也是
I've
受
been
害
hunted
者啊。
down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
好，他相
Then
信
if
我。
you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I am performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
对，我想问一下，
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
他不想跟我说。
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
好吧，
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
要知道哎。
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
OK，
Then
帮我
help
一
me
下吧。
find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor? That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
先不要做掉它吧。
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
完蛋，我整个失忆掉了。可以偷他东西，真爽。询问当地人。
It's locked.
锁住了。可以下去还是跟我们讲话吗？
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
还是不能讲话。哎呀，又讲
May I
到。
disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
又讲我丑。
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
臭酒鬼。
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
完蛋，他需要线索。我要找那个女的。
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
我知道
I
真相
spoke。to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
他是吸血鬼
Why
吧
are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
哎呀，他身上有病。
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates.
Oh.
But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
有新线索嘞，还敢隐藏啊？
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
他这么讲也没错。
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside
and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
哎呦天，还真是不爱干净的人。
Please, leave me alone.
真的不理我嘞。你有什么话讲啊
May I disturb you again?
You're still ugly as sin.
不要再讲我丑了。
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
他喵的，一直在讲我丑哎！你又长得多帅，你那老酒鬼。等一下，健康。啊。
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me?
所以我要往哪边走啊？安全屋、码头，这什么东西？寻找船只，检查船只。 感觉鹰眼，看一下，对，这个方向没有错，然后往这边走，哎。 这他喵的，这里吗？码头。哎，这里没错。What the fuck?
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
吸干了。
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note.
看一下，看一下。他也知道是吸血鬼。
There are cumpered blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
哇，就是他的。
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
可怜的水手。哎呦，我这个能力好哦，可以再飞过去。 西部马，这也可以开吗？躲着。借机攻击。 贴过去吧。死了吧？看你们收什么东西？
Ammunition crate.
远程武器。Nice。 经验值35。有子弹。
I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
What the fuck？ 有敌人，我可以飞上去吗？可以飞上去。
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in here, you've but one job, and that's to find it. And find it fast.
It's fair enough, Tom.
那里有个人。
But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
绕过去会怎样？绕过去杀他。绕过去杀他。死！喵的！没法飞过去啊！抗系。死！哇，这个真的好用啊！真不愧是血毛啊！哦。
Don't come closer.
有的。先跑。2个。
I like their screams when you burn them alive.
Over there! There's one of them vermin.
没射到，完了，要死！
Over there! There's one of them. He's dead.
没有血，完蛋了。 Nice！ 哎呦，被打了。Nice！ 死！啊，这么穷哦！啊，我可以搞偷袭呀！ 是。这可以砍吗？不行。好下来。
It's locked, all right.
往往有老鼠。安全屋，这里吗？安全屋往往有老鼠。 哎，我不是要吃你啊！哦，在上面。哦 ，What the fuck？ 还就死人是怎样？
老鼠。
哈哈，我竟然又吃一只老鼠。OK， 疗方我看一下，可以治疗失眠、疲劳症。升级好了，破轮、猎枪，这也不能升级啊！升级刀子吧，伤害强化，掌握强化。伤害提高10%，弹地减少10%。OK， 好嘞。还可以再升等吗？血盾，完了，凝血掌控，毫无防御力，来一点，来一点，啊，任选，哈哈哈，好。可以学耐力啊！看一下。主线任务，
与其说是吸血鬼，但你的攻击方法比较像狼人。
对啊，我也觉得。可以从下面偷袭吗？好像不行。算了，我要走这边，不跟他们纠缠。哎，他就有一个人啊！不是，还有2个。先把他杀掉。好。哎呦，拿火力哦！你好像很勇啊！哎，其实我不用偷袭，我就直接干就好了。烦死！还有谁没射？哎呀，你还会闪哦！一刀直接让你死，还行吧。哎呀哈！哎，没晕，居然没有晕，好扯哦！上面应该还有一只，再去找他。拿大枪的。死！ 散弹枪子弹就可以。啊，不要
I cannot enter.
看一下，往这边走。沿着血迹，这是我刚来的地方吧？看一下，对啊，走这边啊。还是说他没有那个？走这里吗？哦，啊！发现我，从后面偷袭他，后面偷袭。
Over there!
是。走反了，为什么？所以是要往这边走啊。北区码。
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it.
哦，找到了。
The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
未知。双手武器。大镰刀哇塞！我有大镰刀的，好爽哦！木锥，拿枪吧。Mother fuck！
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Just a sip, I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend. William, my arm.
This creature is bedeviled.
What the fuck?
Put it down.
不会吧，哥！不要！哎呦！喵的！要死！哎呀，走开！是。哎呦，还可以讲话的。
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
哎，后面有人。
Under my flock, they'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar.
出生者
Are you like me?
拉他怎么串通的？
Can you help me?
I
我不
believe
知
so.
道
I already have.
哦，那个女就是她啊。哦，她也是吸血鬼啊。然后难怪那个医生看到我他不会怕。
难怪。
啊，把他扛回去吧，可怜
By
的神父。
George and the saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
你现在才过来啊？
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll
如
take
果
good
不
care of
是
you.
吸血鬼拿
You'd
那
best
么
come
粗
as
的
well.
木头女
The
性
sun is
孩
soon
子
to
的
rise.
穿
You'll need a place to rest.
I just
对啊
need a moment.
他哪来力气啊？
If I
肯
can
定是
learn
吸血
something
鬼
about
啊。
what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
哦。啊，还有掉东
This
西。
poor creature can't be my maker.
呀，
Could it
果然
be
有掉
some
东西。
subspecies of vampire? I
还
must
以
find
为
a
抓
place
到
to
这剧
analyze
情
the
的
blood.
bug。
看来是没问题。OK， 没有东西了，我们走吧。哇塞，他整个被抽干呢，他超扯，连坐着都有点快瘫了。
Where are we headed?
感觉身体
We're
被
on our
掏
way to the
空。
Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
哟，还那个大名鼎鼎的外科医生哦，这么好。
I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain.
哎，既然我是医生，以后就不怕没有血液了啊，是不是？
Have we met?
我可以边帮病
I
人看
attended
病
three
边
of
抽
your
他的
seminars
血。
before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician, I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
当然好啊。
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
哇，吸血鬼医生诞生了。
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
你啦，任务更新。哦，哇，我还不能上去。
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that!
不会吧？
Nah, it's my turn!
啊？
Rotten autocracy. Each heart contains.
哎呦，他直接把他杀死了。
Drink at this river. Try it all.
Nice to get you good folk. Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
我会要你的命，我会让你血流干。你妈你妹！
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there.
我们现在是医生的，
I wasn't.
先暂时不要暴露自己的身份，不然到时候会被追杀。先暂时做个好人吧。
I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox.
我们现在要先发育，先把技能都解锁。血液质量，获取经验总量。哦，想喝下猎物，你需要目标魅惑。哎呦，我可以喝他的血，是不是？
Come
bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life
跟
and
随
death.
红色，引入到阴影里面。哦，逼或是放走，先吸好了。吸一点是不会怎样吧？
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
啊？他直接死了？不会吧？我想说吸一口而已耶，把他吸死了，完了，完蛋了！我直接把他吸死了，他应该不会。
大哥，
我只是吸一小口哎。Hello， 哎，你就这样死了，这没面子。
他都被捅一刀，你还吸？
我不知道啊，我想说他叫我吸的，我不知道他这么脆弱，他就直接被我吸死了。我不是故意的啊，我想要做好人啊。啊，对哈，对哈，我忘记他
一半的血的都流出来了，你还吸？
好，算了。好，我们不杀人了，我们不杀人了。我不知道他吸他会死的，就吸了一小口而已，还好啦。你看他这么不耐吵。
你知道人被抽1/4就快不行了。
真的，有人，跟他聊天一下。
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
哎，你就是修女。
Here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see.
你怎么知道？
Well, I'm a little
我真的没捐过血。
I suppose I'll just have to
因为
deal
我会
with
怕
this
痛啊，
unexpected
我看到那个针我会晕针，我不敢
Blood
捐。
transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
在伦敦的生活，说这里
I'm
员
not
工吧。
familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them.
你
Dr.
捐过
Swansea
就
has a
知道，
gift
才
for
抽一点
recruiting
点就
talent.
很难受
Most
了
of。them.
是哦。
Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
哎呦，看来他情有话直
Nurse
说。
Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
哦，有新线索了，太好了。总之，身心俱疲，不停的工作，他是工作狂。OK， 先返回，再问他这里的形势。
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
看不见敌。
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
也对了。
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
哇塞，好吧，这是问题。哇，需要线索。
Goodbye,
OK，
nurse.
再见。
Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
哦，他知道我
Goodbye,
是，
nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
看来他知道我是那个。 东西可以捡。玻璃小瓶。哎呦。
I'm not one to make waste, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
你是谁啊？
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
你可以上2楼看看。
Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Nice.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
是怎样的
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
他居然是外科医生。
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
OK， 我们来问一下。
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
我的办
If
公
you
室
could
在哪
point me
里
in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left
2
after
楼
the stairs. It's
上
the
楼梯
last
左
vacant
手
office
边
at the end of the corridor.
最后一间办公室。OK， 好，知
Thank
道
you,
了。
Nurse Crane.
写啦，还去办公室喽。还有其他东西可以拿吗？玻璃小瓶。这里面有什么东西？还有一个，跟他聊一下。
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
啊，
Goodbye,
原来是你，
nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
原来是你啊！刚跟你聊过。啊，这个人是谁？不要走！读取中。
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
哦，真的假的？你有枪啊？我们交易一
I'd
下。
like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
有没有子弹啊？这边买一下。嘿，你有子弹？哇，这把双管猎枪、散弹枪，我把零件买一买。铝粉螺丝。
Dr.
没钱了，他还是个商人啊，可以啊。小瓶子。
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct
这
my
东西还
research.
挺多啊。哎呦，
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why
你是吸血鬼
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
你知道我是谁吗？
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the...
来看一下，行尸症候群，相信自己是吸血鬼。
concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Okay.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
银丝间的花园，私人问题。你是谁
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
What your last thoughts would be, sir.
It's here again.
聊一下呗。
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here.
那你的脸还好啊。
War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
OK， 看来他是挺可怜的。你服役时间
Where
长
were
吗
you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
先问一下这个吧。
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like
来
something
亲他，真的
tasty.
假的？
A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
哈哈，你放在
So
他
do you
咬
let
你
her
吗？
bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
原来你喜欢被他亲哦。
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome.
行尸症候
She
群。
truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. Frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
一个抖 S， 一个抖 N， 很好。
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain.
他挺白的家伙，我真的怀疑他是吸血鬼。啊，好吧，都没什么可以对话的。哇，
Shift never end. I'm all right. Don't waste your time.
这个是他，我想每个都讲一下
I
哦。
will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
OK， 私人问题他也不能问。
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
看来还是需要去跟其他人讲一下话。
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
哦，看来挺看不起我的。也对啊，现在人手那么不足，他也是没办法的事。先问他吧。
原来是看医生游戏。
Perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
他讲这句话意思有点深诶。
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
我们没必要有间隙，真的。医生对医生没必要这样子。
Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
哇塞，他真的很有优越感诶。
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame? Or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
你他喵的，真的是，我真的想咬你，你知道吗？而我现在肚子还不饿，没事。在讲活话的，看起来他不是很喜欢我。哟。
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
是这样子吗？
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
哦，这倒挺不好的。
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
哎呦，还是个寡妇。
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
看来是有钱的妈妈哦。
Goodbye.
你还缺干儿子吗？算了算了，不要不要，当个医生会比较好一点。
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat?
还有一个选项没选。
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest then.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Come now, we can handle this.
好，这里是哪里？哎呦，那个人不见了。医院隐码。那个医生，哦，对对，那个医生。
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Wow.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
哎呦，挺不错的。
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with
互相帮忙
someone
一下
eager
怎
to
么
learn.
做？
I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see.
Huh?
Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
哦，我又接到一个新
You
任务
seem
了。
quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
啊，对对，我还没问
Good
他
evening, Dr. Strickland.
还没
And
问他
good
死
evening
的
to
问
you,
题。
Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
再聊一下吧。关
Tell
于
me
数学疗
more
法。
about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
好吧，下次再问啦。
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
今天开到几点？
今天开到11点吧。我先去楼上存个档，先回我办公室。我的办公室要怎么上去？今天开到11点，明天要上早班，所以没办法开太晚。好了，之后再跟他们慢慢聊吧。靠，左手边直走吗？这里吗？我的办公室。破弹钢锯。
It's locked, all right.
What the fuck？ 这是他们的，那我的在哪里啊？我的存档点在哪？我的办公室3楼，哦，这还有3楼，进不去。 哇，这医院还挺大哦。看一下，莱斯望先，这个是他的地方。我好像迷路了。 完蛋！上去左手边吧，是吧？走这边吗？是这间吗？这里手术室。哦，这里找到了。这间是我。
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Nice.
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
我看不到我自己，是他窗户太脏了吗？还是怎样？高等血液。
The flower's dying. It needs water.
OK， 好，先存档一下。
吸血鬼看不到自己，
是这样子吗？撕咬，鲜血上限。
4。
看一下。隐眼血路，防御，这个吧。隐形，然后 OK， 这样就存档了。我直接把他杀掉了，可怜。啊，算了，最起码我们知道说现在不能随便乱杀人。好了，那今天就先这样子啊。OK， 88888啦
88888，
拜拜啦，下次再来实况，拜拜。